Ladies and gentlemen, David Estacado here. It's the Thursday. Well, it's not Thursday, is it? It's the Tuesday night Indy Spotlight. David Estacado here, part of the Wrestling Wire. And tonight we have a special show for you tonight. We are here live for a special spotlight on CCW RVA Wrestling Academy. They have an awesome show coming up in just less than 2 weeks now. And there's the beautiful poster. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Wrestle Fearfest. It is a bar show. It is a Halloween show. Beer, food, wrestling. What more could you want? I'm excited for it. We're here to get you guys excited for you. I have none other than the one and only Mr. Ace Montana on here is going to be here. Plus, we'll be talking to a couple of talent here who are going to be involved. And you saw their pictures already in that first poster. Take that. The Cage of Carnage, a steel cage match for their women's championship. It's going to be amazing. So first things first, a little bit of promotion. That's right. You can still get tickets. They are still available. $25. And it's going to be taking place at the Parlay Bar and Lounge, October 26th at 7 p.m. Bring out your Halloween spectacular best because they also are having a Halloween contest for the $300 prize. Remember, this is 18 and up. So if you still want your tickets, get your tickets, scan this QR code, or if you need to, use this link below. Click that link, and you'll be able to get your tickets for this show. All right. That's it. That's the promo. That's all I got. All right. Just kidding. All right. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ace Montana. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, by the way, last real cowboy of professional wrestling. Do that.
One more time.
I said you can call me the last real cowboy of professional wrestling.
Oh, I was going to – dang it. I was going to say that. I was going to say something cowboy. Yeah, but the last real cowboy of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, the Ace Montana. How about that? Is that better?
What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm hyped for this. You can see I'm already in the festive mood wearing my sugar skull. I can't wait for this show. It looks like to be an awesome event. A venue at a bar, wrestling. What more can you want, right?
Yeah, we're trying to do something here in pro wrestling that for people breaking in the industry of pro wrestling, it's so much easier to tell people, it's just the times have changed. And a lot of people don't like that. And unlike being an old timer, which it's just because I've been doing it a long time, I'm still not as old as some people like to think. But there's so many people that get upset and, they don't want it to progress, or the locker room is not the same when I first started than what it is now. And it's crazy how much it does change. But, you get to meet hard athletes like this lady next to me right here. She's one of the hardest working wrestling women in the business today. That's why we were getting ready, ending the training session. We got done. She's getting ready for her steel cage match against the what do you call her? That bitch from the East, Keely Capri. I guess I laughed, but I was like, well, it fits. If you ever meet Keely Capri in person, you'll realize she's a real handful.
Yeah, she looks like it. Actually, a couple of friends and I were talking about it when we were showing the posters here. Has a bit of a Miley Cyrus vibe here on the poster. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that white trash kind of gimmick. It runs deep.
Oh, it's not even a gimmick. I guess it's just real life at this point.
Well, it is what it is. Pro wrestling, I love how it throws you so many different every character is not the same rainbow, if you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Different flavors of ice cream, as they say.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. What's the flavor of trash?
I don't know.
Anything that has mint in it, probably.
Yeah, chocolate chip mint, terrible.
Oh God, that's like an oxymoron if you're trying to be like, oh, I want to eat crappy food, but I want my breath to smell delicious afterwards.
So what's up? Well, I have a couple questions. Let's start about you, RVA, CCW. How did this get started? Just shooting straight to the point. This isn't your first show so far, but this is your first Halloween show in Richmond.
We just got done Colonial Beach this weekend. It was super
Mm.
awesome. It was super crazy to, if I don't have them in different areas, that they're going to fist fight the entire time. These are, like I said, she doesn't like Keely Capri. Keely Capri doesn't like her. Not here at the last show, she got hit with a steel chair in the back, and Capri. And I was on the other side of the venue and didn't see what was going down. Otherwise, I would have came in there, called the match. But she got the win, and then later that night, obviously, was basically it was two performances where they actually able to wrestle in the same day against each other. So then they made it
Oh,
a no bar, and she, came out with a victory on that with a title shot. So I look at it this way as the booker, promoter, whatever the fuck you want to call this gimmick that we got going. I only felt that it would be even better. I mean, let's be honest. The best thing about wrestling is the women wrestling too, right? No,
Yeah,
no one's gonna.
it's true. I mean, they get misrepresented or underrepresented. They're just as good, just as badass, just as brutal, and just as talented. They put in the same amount of work, same amount of effort and time. They deserve the spotlight.
Well, and like that's the key too. Is like I know I trained both of these girls, right? And that's why I can't even have Keely Capri at. I have to hold different training sessions because if they're in the same room together, it doesn't matter. They're going to fight, and they're not going to try to put the work in and do all the stuff. So now I have to keep them separated. It's like keeping trying to. If you ever try to, let alone try to hold down one cat, trying to hold down two is a nightmare for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, been there, done that.
And so I only thought it was fitting to say, you know what? If y'all want to be this way and this is how you want to act, then I'll put you in timeout in the sense of, I'm going to lock you both inside of a steel cage and fuck it. Whoever comes out on top after y'all get done doing that, then you got to learn to coexist somewhat with each other. And when I said that to Alexi Dvorak here, she says, yeah, but I'm still going to beat her face in. And I said, awesome, great. As long as we're getting paid for it, let's do it, Jack.
Sure, if we're gonna make money out of it, why not? Why not? And that's the first poster I showed up. Actually, was that steel cage match? That is gonna be amazing.
I don't think there's ever been a women's main event steel cage match ever in wrestling. Like the fact that, and people ask me all the time, Ace, why would you do this? Da 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 da. That girl and the other girl, I'm sure she's going to tune in from whatever trailer park she lives in. She's probably going to, they're. I mean, it is what it is. They're tough fucking wrestlers. It doesn't. You can put the woman in front of it, but it doesn't matter. I've seen her, both of them, like punch dudes in the face where the guy cries, and they're like, "Quit being a bitch."
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question about CCW, it's Commonwealth Championship Wrestling. I started it for my students of pro wrestling for the School of RVA Wrestling Academy. I've been fired from promotions because I started it. I've been let go from promotions because I started it, because people think that wrestling is the old school way. And, how dare you, start a promotion while and I'm just like, fuck you then. I don't care. I don't need from nothing. And if you're going to tell me that I can't run a wrestling promotion to not only help the next generation of pro wrestlers, but actually help people that are 40, 50, whatever the gimmick may be, to follow their dreams to break into pro wrestling, then, fuck you and the, bicycle you rode in on. I hope you get a flat tire.
Wow, that is some heat. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I'm all about collab because right now where I'm in like the mecca of indie wrestling, right? You could throw a rock. There's a new promotion coming up, especially around tax time. You get a bunch of these new promotions, but we should all, as a lot of people say, the territory days are really over. There's
nothing left in the old days. Like it is literally history books, right? I don't know. Do you know what they said about Vince McMahon? Is he guilty or not guilty?
I think that's still under investigation. Still like under.
Vince McMahon was the only one surviving from the old days, right? And that's all gone now. So
pretty much.
You know, obviously the best thing to do is to try to make it better.
Leave it better than
And
we
it
had
goes
before.
not the wrestlers, the trainers, the trainees, the even some of the wrestling fans. Like she'll show me these DMs that she gets, and so does Keely Capri about wrestling fans, and I'm like, oh my god, why is that creepy? I don't understand.
Yeah, it can be pretty gross, and I'm a proponent of our female talent, our sisters in wrestling. Try to be as protective and as safe and respectful. It all comes out to being respectful, being a decent human being. So yeah, it's crazy what some of the stuff that they deal with. But let's go into some of the comments here. We got Joe Thompson. Is that one half of Bacon and Eggs Ace? Agreeing with you. It is about sharing knowledge. All right. Bacon and Eggs, huh? Was that a tag team?
Oh, yeah, that was me and Pork Chop Johnson, who passed away. He was my tag partner, but my best friend in the whole wide world. So it sucks. But yeah, that's Big Ace Montana, one half of Bacon and Eggs.
That's awesome. All right, so you mentioned her a couple of times. She's right here with you. Let's hear from the lady herself here, Miss Alexia. Introduce yourself to the fans and those watching at home.
Hi, I'm Alexia Dvorak. I'm the trainee here at RVA Wrestling Academy. I was actually the first girl trainee. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm the first girl to ever train here.
When do you graduate?
I graduate December 31st.
December 31st. We meet 3 times a week, and she has not missed one training session. She uprooted her entire life from Stratford, Virginia. Got a place down here, got a job, and literally, what was it? She had a friend that was in the wrestling business, and he didn't work out with the training side of it. And she asked me, she was like, hey, I asked her, I was like, hey, do you ever want to be a pro wrestler? And she's like, I don't really know if I want to try that. And she did, and now she's a natural at it. It's crazy.
But yeah, that's good. That's all. How long have you been training for?
9 months.
9 months. Wow. This will be your 5th match that you're in, from what I heard. Did a little bit of homework.
So I did 1 August 31st. I did 2 on Saturday, so it'll be my 4th.
It'll be your 4th matchup and a steel cage match. Whose idea was that? Was that your idea to kind of even the odds here?
I mean, she wanted a fight. I'm going to give her a fight. We're going to be locked in this cage, right? The odds are even. Oh, what happened?
She can't get away from you.
Can't.
We're still here.
Can't. A tendency of hers.
All right. Let's see here. Speaking of which, do you want to bring her on? I think we do have Miss Kelly Capri in the green room, actually. See.
Well,
yeah, bring her on. Y'all can see these two.
All right, let's try to keep it civil. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Capri. Kelly.
Keely.
Yeah, a little bit of a Keely. Sorry. I'm sorry. Seem to be getting a little feedback, though, unfortunately.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And I just want to say about the steel cage match, like she said, it's going to be a fair fight. But, I mean, she's really going to have to bring it if she thinks she's going to beat me. But
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and the training that you've been going here at RVA.
Well, I've been training for 5 months, and I also train at RVA Wrestling Academy. Like Ace said, we have to train on different days just because she's always trying to stick herself in my business, and I'm done with that. And I've been watching wrestling since I was a little girl. And after October 26th, you'll be looking at the new CCW champion.
I have to ask, what gets under your skin about Alexia that you feel the need to constantly be a thorn on her side?
I mean, just really everything. I don't like how she pretends she's America's sweetheart when she wants to say that I'm trailer park trash or whatever she says. She's from whatever the hell place she said. I'm the real country girl, and if we're gonna talk about America's sweetheart, wouldn't it be the sweet home country girl from Farnham, Virginia? So, yeah. I don't think she has an appropriate title, personally.
Okay. Alexia,
Yeah. Keely,
what do you?
bitch, you couldn't dress your way out of a wet paper bag. You want to
But somehow I'm still better than you. That says a lot about you, honey.
So where are we at? Are we 4-0, 2-0? Who has the lead right now?
I would say Dvorak does.
I mean, it wasn't really a fair fight last Saturday. The incident with the steel chair and all.
A win is a win, babe. Come on.
You know what they say: if the ref doesn't see it, it doesn't count.
But see,
Strategy.
I don't think that's what's the saying where they say if it zips, it fits.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you've been training for a couple months here. You've been how are you preparing for this? This is a steel cage match. You guys can't get away. You're in there. What's going through your head before this match? Having you prepare for this match?
Honestly, it's more mental than physical. I still train 3 times a week, but I'm just tired of her thinking that she's better than me, and when everybody knows that's not true. I keep dreaming about this, and it's going to be one of the greatest days of my life. I'm going to show her who the real Keely Capri is when I'm standing over her.
Well, I've just been focusing on myself. I've been lifting my weights, running. I'm preparing my body for this match because it's not going to be easy.
No, I mean, as you know, this is probably going to be one of the brutalest matches out there conceived here in wrestling. That is steel cable all around. I hope you ladies are ready for the amount of violence and brutality that might come out of this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a risk for sure, but I think both of us are just done with each other, and I think both of us are just ready to get in the match. I think we're all waiting for the 26th to happen.
I'm ready to defend.
All right. Let's see. Miss Keely, sorry for mispronouncing. Any last words you want to tell Miss Dvorak or the fans?
I mean, they can say I'm a bitch all they want, but at the end of the day, I'm just a confident person who knows that she can wrestle and who knows not only am I better than Alexia Dvorak in the ring, but I'm a better person too. She wants to put on this face of being America's sweetheart. So I just want to say to the fans that support me, thank you. You're obviously making the right choice. Look at me. I just wanted to say that.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Give me one moment as we'll finish things up here with your opponent here. Thank you for coming on with us. And good luck.
Thank you. I won't need it, but thank you.
Well, she's gone now, I guess, but I'll just let everybody know that I'm going to beat her ass in the steel cage, and I'll show her the real sky blue body shot, bitch.
All right. So smart idea, keeping them separate during training.
Always. Yeah, trying to. It's heating up here down in Virginia, so make sure you bring yourself one of those fancy handkerchiefs and those 3-piece suits you rock when you come to the show.
Always, you know. I mean, look, I'm doing a podcast and I'm wearing some of my. This is silk, by the way. So yeah, you know me. I'm always dressed to the nines. So we talked a little bit about them. They seem really pumped. How does it feel that that you're training both of these ladies and they're both going at it? There's no like favorites here, right? Coming down to this, correct?
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I fucking think Keely Capri runs her fucking mouth, but she's basically me, female form. When I was 18, I didn't give a fuck what anybody said. I was going to do it my way or it was the highway. So I respect her in the sense of looking at the youth part of it. They're both just so fucking tough. That's what I don't understand.
Mhm.
Is I can get them in here, shoot them off the ropes, throw a 95-pound back elbow, hip tosses, scoop slams, whip them off the ropes, gorilla press them to their face, kick them in the stomach, give them some of the hardest Wahoo McDaniel chops you've ever seen, and they don't quit. They don't stop coming back. One time, I chopped Alexi Dvorak so hard I actually hit her lip, and busted her lip open. She fucking spit on me and said, "Is that all you got, you big bitch?" And then one time, Keely Capri came off the top rope, and without even knowing the cross body from hell, that's what I call it, and then just didn't even give two shits about the gimmick. Put the boots to me. So these girls. I mean, I'm not joking. Like I'm so proud of them, but enough is enough. I think watching these two girls beat the fucking shit out of each other, I will be drinking beer when it happens because I can help clean up the carnage of what to expect. I'm trying to figure out a good referee, someone that can keep the order. Because let's be honest, Keely Capri. She's fucking pretty slick at how she pulls stuff off.
Mhm.
I didn't know she even had a chair that close to the ring and everything like that. So she's definitely got that Ric Flair essence of she's going to do whatever she needs to do to win.
Oh, you got to
And then, of
respect
course,
that. I mean, you heard that from her her earlier that
yeah,
she feels like she
sure.
deserves that title, and that she'll do whatever she can or does pretty much does what will do whatever it takes to get that title. You got to give it to her. She
Yeah.
sounds hungry and she sounds ready.
Well, I think just like any female, they're always both hungry. But I digress with wrestling. It's seeing that they work as hard as they do, and to be able to give two deserving young women in wrestling a main event match inside of a steel cage, it shows other promoters, right, that women can be the top main event on the indies, and that it's going to be. I think it's going to be memorable because I don't think anybody's ever done it in Richmond. I think this is the first time in Richmond, Virginia, it's ever been a main event steel cage women's match. And you're talking history of Andre the Giant versus Hall of Race at the Coliseum, Dusty and Andre tagging against the Koloffs. I mean, there's so much rich history of pro wrestling in Virginia. And for them to be a first, and I'm sure we can go back to the history books, and there ain't never been a main event women's cage match. To be the very first one ever in Richmond and probably on the East Coast on the independent pro wrestling scene is super cool. And they super deserve it as long as they keep showing up, busting their ass, and understanding that they got to do this for them. And fuck it, if she is the winner and she's better, then that's how it goes. But at the end of the day, we're going to see two hard-working, deserving women wrestlers. Fuck the women part. Two hard-working wrestlers in the industry busting their ass, and they want one of the most coveted titles in pro wrestling now is the CCW Women's Championship.
That is amazing. Yeah, that's the it has a big fight feel, right? Doesn't it? Like it has that big pay-per-view, big fight feel.
100 tickets sold. We got 129, 130, I
129.
think, 9 left.
You hear that,
So
folks? You only have 130 tickets left, over out of 700, over 700 sold. So that is going to be a packed house.
we got food trucks, outside beer, inside bar. We're going to be under the stars, Halloween decorations. It's going to be a party. There's also a $300 cash giveaway to the best adult costume. Like, it's 18 and up. So if you got kids, you can't come. They can't come in. You don't want them there, I'm sure. Because Keely Capri said she's going to take her little pretty face and bust it open. Which, if that happens, then, I'm going to have to step in and call the match because obviously you can't lead. It's not a good look. But that's what she's promised. So hopefully, I love Vine as much as the next person. That's why I'm in this industry. That's why I've been doing it for 21 years. I mean, I fly out to San Antonio, Texas on Thursday to go do what I do best, come back in town, and then we got less than a week until, I get to see your lovely face live and in living color. And get to see you debut in CCW, right, and do the things that you do. And, I want to make this something super special and awesome. I want to make it where people can enjoy this because I'm going to stream it for free. So if you can't make it or in your different a town, state, country, you'll be able to watch it. But I'm going to do stuff that's going to be like, man, I wish I could have been there live. You know what I'm saying? So the goal is to get you to those. Just know that everybody from Travis Vane, Hunter Blaze, Steel Hammer, OG,
you know what?
Trey,
that is the perfect segue because I do have the posters for them. We don't have a match card because you said you pretty much, depending on what's going to happen that night, it's going to be on the fly. It sounds like it's going to be awesome. I actually have a couple of their posters here. Let's actually run down some of these students. You see if you can tell me a little bit about them. All right. First things first is the first one that you sent me, Steel Hammer.
Yep. Yeah, Steel Hammer, man. He's one of the hardest working young men. I trained him for 2 years. He's one of the best in the business there is today. He's fucking 19 years old.
Wow.
And I think he's like 6'7", and he's like 297 pounds. Like, he's a monster. And he's what?
Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures the posters sent. Him's a beefy boy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I won't put him over too much. He busted his ass. I mean, he's definitely 5 years or less. He'll be the Intercontinental Champion of WWE. So look out for Steel Hammer.
All right, then moving on to Lucius Suede. I love the guy's fit. Sorry, Larry, you cut out a little bit. I was saying I like his fit. I like his style here, but you were saying?
Yeah, that's Lucius Suede. He's Mr. Smooth. You know what I'm saying? He gets the money, the ladies, the fur coats. He knows he's better than everyone. So it'll be nice to see someone kick his face in.
And then we just spoke with Miss Alexia.
That's Alexia Dvorak. She was the very first women's trainee here at RVA Wrestling Academy. She's been busting her ass. I couldn't be more proud of her. She truly has defied all odds on anyone that's ever said she couldn't do something. And I couldn't imagine doing this without her here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that special to see someone like her come as far as she has.
Just to hear the evolution of both of these talents as you're talking about them has been crazy. Just a short 5 months of training and still being able to put on these caliber of matches, and now being put on this main event for this spectacular event. It's very impressive. Very impressive. And speaking of which, we have Miss Keely Capri here.
That's old Keely Capri. She'll never let you down. The one thing that I tell people always ask me when promoters call me because, they're getting ready to start hitting the road and do that gimmick. One promoter asked me, if you had to describe Keely Capri, I said, describing her is like trying to describe the finale of a fireworks show above the New York Yankee Stadium. You can try to guess what it may look like, but you're never going to fucking know. The explosions of the colors that she's going to bring to the wrestling business is pretty fucking special. And it's
Mhm.
super cool to find someone like her, because both girls are diamonds in the rough. Both of them might be rough around some of the edges, but over time, the best thing about a diamond is at the end of it all, when you polish it, cut it, and it looks amazing, what is it? It's a fucking diamond, and diamonds
Pretty
are
much.
forever.
True. This is true. And right now, I think they're feeling the pressure. This is what the pressure is. They're learning themselves, they're learning the craft, and you're pretty much doing it. You're shaping off the edges here, and that's all thanks to you.
Well, I mean, and, you know, I'm the last guy to put myself over. You know, I will if I need to, but you know, it's just like our first show. I didn't even have a match. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a
Mhm.
match. It's for the students, by the students. I just want CCW to grow. I want RVA Wrestling Academy to grow. You know, I have this thing in the back. I'll try to see if I can kind of like give you the gimmick of the back wall. Back wall there. I got a couple of graduation boots going up there. I got to put a pair that just graduated. But, you know, they buy their trainee boots. After a year, they graduate. They give me their trainee boots. They go on the wall. So I want this entire building full. We're getting the walls installed, and I want to get, you know, more and more boots in here. It's just going to be phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great. That's really cool. That's a really nice idea. Now, tell me about this fella. This guy, he seems to be trouble, but he's a big beefy boy. But I like him. What do you think? Tell me about this guy.
Man, that guy can eat a bag of fucking shit. Fuck that guy. So, you know what? It's crazy looking at that now and to see how
Yeah.
old I'm actually getting. Because I used to be so handsome and young.
Whatever.
It's just crazy to me to see how much time actually wears on you in this business. You know,
Mhm.
I'm going to be in San Antonio. I've known the booker for a long time, and he's like, "Man, I just want you to bring that old school Montana." I was like, "Whoa, why are you saying old school
Oh,
Montana?"
old school
Oh,
Montana.
yeah, and I just love it because, like, you know, I was watching an old video, right? That's how old I am. I found a tape down in the office. It
Tape.
was like greatest matches of Ace Montana's. I popped that thing in the VCR, which I still have one. And I was just watching this kid at 16, 17 years old going to town. And I was just like, golly, slow down, kid. Learn to work. Tell a story, you son of a bitch. Golly, you're going a million miles an hour. No wonder you couldn't get paid like a champion. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And, you know, and to fast forward it this long and then look at it now, getting flown to, you know, getting you know how much the prices of flights, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, getting a first class ticket to San Antonio, getting put up in some of the nicest hotels, getting paid very handsomely to, you know, do a style of wrestling that's been dead, everybody says, but it seems funny is every time someone says it's dead, there's like 4 bookings that happen. Kind of like if every time a bell rings, the angel gets a wing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that every time it says old school wrestling is dead, I get a booking. So it's kind of
Well,
crazy.
I think what it is, like, what's old is new, and that's what I'm starting to see is that a lot of even old moves, old finishers are becoming prominent again. Old,
Yeah.
I don't want to say spots because I don't like using the terms, but like old maneuvers are becoming more relevant because I like to keep it simple. Sometimes the most simplest of moves and fundamentals could be the most important, most devastating situations you could be in.
Well, and like, you know,
And effective. Yeah.
A good friend of mine told me once, less is more. And then over our career time, we were able to sit down and say, no, get more out of less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you just got to keep pushing to learn your craft. If you want to join RVA Wrestling Academy, we're outside of Richmond, Virginia. You can DM me, come find me at the shows, whatever. I'm a very approachable person. But if you see me with that kind of face on that poster, you want to walk away, just let me go handle business.
Yep. Don't get in the way. All right. Speaking of business, Ninja Man. I don't know. I think I used to see him on YouTube.
Oh, really?
A lot. He's Ninja. I am Ninja. We are Ninja.
Let me tell you a backstory about Ninja Man. He is the only pro wrestler that has ever had the honor to make Hoist Gracie tap out. and he is the only. He is the only I think he is the only guy that has ever knocked out Chuck Norris. So I mean, this guy, he's going to be something special. So if you really want to see true talent of what the independents can hold, then you definitely want to come out and check out Ninja Man.
That's going to be really cool to see. Because it's also a Halloween show, so there's probably gonna be other ninjas in the crowd. There's gonna be another ninja. There has to be.
with the 25-man battle royal that we have after the cage match, you never know who might show up to a CCW show.
This is true. And what is this? So hold on. You're dropping tea already here, dropping bombas. Hold on, you just dropped some cheese, Smith. There's going to be a battle royal here.
Oh yeah, after we clean the cage and the carnage, everything gets set aside. It's not just I was gonna hold it, but why not drop it on your show? Why not bring it out? There's gonna be a 25-man gimmick battle royal, so you're gonna get to see some of your all-time greats. You never know if someone's gonna come out as anywhere from Kevin Owens to Hulk Hogan to Coco Beware to the Ultimate Warrior to the Road Warriors. Hell, we might even bring in who's that young kid that everybody believes in?
Joe Hendry.
There you go. So you never know who might show up. So that was a big announcement we're going to make on Monday of next week, but why not release on your show? So it's a Halloween party. There's going to be costumes everywhere. So, why not bring, I have a real sneaky suspicion that some of the guys might want to portray wrestlers that are no longer with us as zombie wrestlers, which I think was so cool. So, I mean, if we have a zombie Roddy Piper, I might lose my shit. Or a zombie Dusty Rhodes, or maybe like who knows? But it's all in good fun. We want to make sure everybody has a good time and realizes that this is going to be a great fucking show. It's for adults only, so bring your great attitude, bring your best costumes. It's a $300 cash prize. You got to be there to sign up for it. We'll give that away around intermission time, and everybody's just going to be able to have a really good time to enjoy the pro wrestling industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds gonna be like a great time. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. That sounds
really
cool.
You're gonna fucking be there, so I hope so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a crazy night. I can't wait. Let's see. Tell me a little bit about Daniel Copperhead.
Well, he's one of the hardest hitting guys in pro wrestling, but he's also he drinks his own Kool-Aid, if you know what I mean.
Okay, he believes his own hype.
He believes it, but at 6'7", I think you can. You know what I'm saying?
That is a lot of hype. All right.
Oh, Jason. One of the top guys on the Indies. He's been doing it longer than me, but he's still one of the cream of the crop, if you will, baby. OG. That guy came to me at 47 years old. Now that he's 48, he's got one of the most hardest work ethics in pro wrestling you've ever seen, and he's stepping in the ring for the first time at 48 years old.
Wow!
To show everybody he's got what it takes, and if there's ever an underdog in professional wrestling, it's that guy.
That is so awesome, because you know what they say, that especially around the Indies, you hear once you hit 30, you're pretty much you're aged out after a while. Yeah, I'm like, that's not true. DDP started around 30.
He started at 35.
Yeah.
Travis Bain, buddy, you got to feel it. He brings it. He is. If I could sum it up quick enough for you, Casey Jones of the Ninja Turtles, right? That's our guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy you want to cheer for. He's the guy that you have to cheer for, because he's the guy that stands in front of the man's face, or the pencil, if you will, and just gives him the big FU.
I like that. Well, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, over 10 talents. But we're gonna have more than that apparently at the day of the show.
Yeah.
Do you know how
Yeah.
many matches we're gonna end up having?
Yeah, we got 6 matches. The main event being the ladies. People keep asking me, Ace Montana, what are you gonna do? And I just tell them that it's not about me anymore. It's about my students, right? Don't worry don't worry about Big Ace Montana. Okay. I've rode into the fucking sunset and I've rode back out of it. But understand this, if you don't walk the line, there might be a V twin that will come through that curtain at full throttle that might knock you on your fucking ass. But I digress, as the older guys would do, and understand that I'll be there and I will be drinking very heavily, and I will partake in probably smoking enough weed to choke a camel out and continue to do shots. And the best thing about being drunk, right, in a fight,
Can't feel anything?
exactly, you get numb, so it's okay to get hit in the face a couple of times.
Well, I'm excited for this. This is going to be an awesome night. A 25 plus battle royal in costume.
I
So you don't
might
know
get
who's it going
your
to be.
ass in the battle royal. You
But-
better have your fucking license, Jack.
Am I going to have it in time? Yeah, I probably will.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I actually got
100%.
called the commission earlier today for other licenses anyway. So
Hey,
we'll
you
see.
do what you gotta do, but I tell you what, you might find yourself taking a headset off and trying to get in there as the best at it. You know what I'm saying?
What's on the line? Because it's going to take a little bit for me to be able to take off the headset and jump in there. Like, well, what's on? What does the winner get if they win this battle royal?
Man, of course, the winner's got to get the first. We ordered our belt, our main heavyweight championship for the guys of pro wrestling, and I feel like it's only necessary that they get the spot for the following show to wrestle for the belt, so they'll get to etch themselves into a number 1 spot for the very first, to crown the first heavyweight champion of CCW.
There you have it. Dropping even more chisme here, so the winner gets a shot at any title that they want.
Oh no, there's only 2 titles in CCW.
Oh, it's okay.
One women's championship and the men's championship. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, and down the road, we can talk about tag team, but that's down the road. Right now,
You beat me too. I was about to ask, what about tag teams?
and here's the thing, right? It seems to be noticed, and I can say it because being as long as I've been in the business, it's cool not to have a belt because everybody has a fucking belt in this industry now. It's crazy.
Uh-huh. No, you're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. You know I'm right. I'm right.
All right. So future, it might be a tag belt. Okay. All right. But hello. Oh, there you go. I thought you froze there for a second. All right. So that is it. That is going to be most of the card here. I'm excited for this. You saw some of the talent that's going to be here. We went down some of the. Well, I don't want to say his card, but some of his roster that's going to be there that evening. What more do you have to say? Any last words you want to tell the fans watching, those in the area, those watching from this awesome, as people like to say, Beyonce's internet?
Yeah. Don't fry bacon naked, and follow your fucking dreams. Even if your parents, your friends, or anybody that's ever tried to hold you back from something you truly love. I don't care if it's pro wrestling, being a fucking stunt man, or being a librarian, being the best you can be for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just thank God that there is pro wrestling, right? Because without it, I would have rode off into the sunset a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell people to follow your dreams. If your dream is to become a pro wrestler, come see me. I'm going to make you one hell of a pro wrestler. I'm going to get you ready to be on shows. You're going to wrestle on my shows. You're going to get paid to wrestle. and you're going to be able to understand the fundamentals of wrestling from an old school way, but not have to have the repercussions of what they tried to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? No Hiro Matsuda breaking legs and ribbing people to drive 6 states away to get to a dog show. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, true.
So, but I appreciate the time. I can't wait to see you on the 26th.
I appreciate you coming in.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be live there, right? Ace, it's gonna be you and me live at the event.
Hopefully, you go live.
That's the plan. We'll be live. I know I'm there. That's what I like to do. So you heard it here. We're gonna be there, day 26 at the Parlay Lounge in Richmond, Virginia. Get your tickets. They're still on sale. A little over 100 left. $25. Pro wrestling, food, drinks. This is an 18 and up show. You don't want to miss out. There's the QR code. Scan the QR code. I'll leave that up there for a couple of seconds so you can get your tickets. It's going to be a good time. Wear your Halloween costume. Get a chance to win $300 and also get a chance to see the main event as these two ladies clash and fight for the women's championship. Miss Keely Capri and Miss Alexia. It's going to be a bloody, brutal, spooktastic time.
And then believe you with this, and then I'm going to shut the camera off and kill the mic, and I'll talk to you later. You're going to get to see something that's super cool. You know, I'm trying to break the internet as best I can on this, but I think a hot pink steel cage might do it.
I think that'll be awesome. I think
it's going to be pretty good. And who? I mean, let's be honest. If they get covered in blood, what's not more sexier in Halloween than two badass chicks covered in blood beating each other's ass? You couldn't ask for a better horror ending. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
All
That's
right,
a good point.
Friend, be safe. And until next time, I'll see you down the road. Okay, kid?
I appreciate it. Thank you, Montana.
Thanks, brother.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Ace Montana. That has been Commonwealth Championship Wrestling from RVA Wrestling Academy. That show is going to be on the 26th. Be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to be there live. It's going to be a good time. Drinks, wrestling, Halloween. It's going to be an awesome party. If you're not there, you're going to be missing out on an awesome show. But we will be there live. We'll be streaming it. It's going to be a good time. But stay tuned. The Wrestling Wire will be back again tomorrow as we'll be going live with Intense Action Wrestling. We're also having a show this weekend on the 19th in Manassas, Virginia. So be here tonight as we interview some of the talent and new breaking news. A new face of the head of the company. It has been revealed recently. We're going to find out who that is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Be here. As my co-host Ron likes to say, if we don't see you then, we'll see you at the Indies. Deuces.